Good morning, all. Let me introduce myself to you. I am Sreelekha, currently pursuing Master of Computer Applications from Marian College, Kuttikanam. So, today I will be explaining about the topic reinforcement learning and ensemble learning. First of all, before diving deep into the topic, we should know what is artificial intelligence and what is machine learning. So, first of all, artificial intelligence is we are making the computers learn, understand by giving them data. Just like when we ask the ChatGPT what is the full form of AI, it will understand and give us the output. So that's how the artificial intelligence works, like mimicking the human brain. That was its main goal. So, what is machine learning? They are similar, but they are not equal. So, machine learning is the subset of artificial intelligence. It will be predicting the output with or without labels. There are many types of algorithms exist in machine learning, in which supervised learning, unsupervised, semi-supervised, and last is the one reinforcement learning. So supervised learning algorithms works using labels. Just like if we are having a basket of apple and oranges mixed together, we are giving them a label such as this is apple, this is orange. So based on the label, it will predict the output, which are apples and which are oranges. So apples are put it in a separate basket and mangoes or oranges are put it in another basket. So that's how supervised learning algorithm works. And unsupervised learning algorithm, in which unlike supervised learning algorithm, it will not be using any of the labels, like it will predict upon the given data using experience. That's how unsupervised learning algorithm works. And also semi supervised learning algorithm is a mixture of both of them. So it will be using half of labeled data and without labeled data. And also reinforcement learning is unique from these and all. It will works by trial and error method, which is we humans, when we try to ride a bicycle for the first time, we will not be having any of the experience with it. We will be learning by making mistakes. So that's how reinforcement learning works. If we are looking for an example of a puppy, if a puppy is on a sofa, and when we order it to sit, if it is sitting means we will give it a treat. So if the puppy is not sitting and not obeying our order, or crawling down, running here and there means we won't be rewarding as a treat. So here the puppy is labeled as the agent which is the learner itself, and also the place which is the puppy is there, which is the environment, and also the action it makes, it is the action performed there, and also the treat, or yeah, the treat is known as the reward. So that's how a reinforcement learning works by. So first of all, our aim is to increase the reward by time, like getting the cumulative rewards. So that's how the reinforcement learning works. So here the reinforcement learning process steps. First of all, we should observe the state. We should observe the puppy state, whether it is sitting or crawling down or running here and there. Like that we have to observe. And also we will be selecting the action. The puppy is sitting by obeying our order means it is good. So that's what we expect. So if the puppy is sitting, we can give the reward. So that's how it works, and we should update the policy by its actions. That's how a reinforcement learning will work. And also we are going to see next the difference between exploitation and exploration. Exploration means, considering an example, if we are trying out a restaurant for the first time, it is known as exploration. Like new ideas, new things, new places. We are just did not experience it yet. So we are trying out for the first time for all of the things. That is what called as exploration. And exploitation feedback is trying out your favorite restaurant. Like you had an experience before, you liked it, so you are doing it another time. So repetition, you know how it works, how it looks, how it tastes, so you are just revisiting again and again. That is what exploitation defines. So yes, there are so many types of reinforcement learning, which is positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, model free and model based. Positive reinforcement is, if you are considering the previous example of a puppy, the puppy when it is sitting, we can give it a treat, give it a reward. That is positive because it is happening what we expect. That is what positive reinforcement is saying us. And also negative reinforcement means, if the teacher is saying that you don't have any assignment because all the students completed their homework, that is what called negative reinforcement. And also model based means like, if we are considering an example like Google Map will be planning the routes before its actions. So that is what model based is. Model free is, without taking any actions, it will be taking on the spot with the actions. That is what model free does. So these are the types of reinforcement learning. So let's look forward for advantages and disadvantages. Advantages is, it will be accurate and it is more speed, it has more speed and all. Disadvantages means it can be very expensive when compared, and also it will take a lot of data needed for it. That is what advantages and disadvantages tells about it. Also, when considering its real life examples and applications, you have seen before AI chess games. It will be learning by the opponent moves, and it will be learned by experience like the trial and error method. So that's how an AI chess board works like. And also, if we consider the self-driving cars, it will also works by its own. It will decide what action to be performed and updates its policy based on it. So that's how the applications will be there. So that's all for reinforcement learning. Next, we are going forward or looking forward to explain about the ensemble learning. So here itself we can see that ensemble learning is also a part of machine learning, but reinforcement learning only focuses on one model. But in ensemble learning, what it makes the difference between the ensemble learning and reinforcement learning is ensemble learning takes more than one model of machine learning. For if considering an example means three teachers there and we are asking the answer for a question. First teacher is telling that option A is the answer, second teacher is telling option B is the answer, but third teacher is telling that no, option C is the answer. So we will be taking predictions from three of them and we will be taking the predicted output as majority voting. Like we will be comparing and combining so many models together to get accurate predictions. So that's how ensemble learning works. Okay, its working principle, how it works was it first trains the model and then predicts the output. That's how the ensemble learning works. So there are a common methods to use for getting the predictions. First one is, we have said before, like majority voting. If 2 out of 3 models is saying the correct answer, means we will be taking not the correct answer, the same opinion, means we will take that output because of the majority voting. That is one way of it. And also average, if we are taking the average of the three of them or of the models, we will get a predicted answer, so we will take by its average. And also then weighted combination, if a model has more than weightage, because it will be always giving accurate decisions and all, means we will be getting more priority or more weight to that model than giving lesser weight on other models. So that is what we do in weighted combination. And also the next one is different process of ensemble learning, which involves bagging, boosting, stacking, and voting. So these are the process we use to make predictions on ensemble learning. So first one, stacking is, for example, if considering a teacher, if there are 100 papers to evaluate, means the teachers, a set of 5 teachers for evaluating the 100 paper one by one, we will be giving a part of topic to part of topic means some papers, like 25 papers to teacher 1, 25 to teacher 2, teacher 3, teacher 4, and teacher 5. So the problem is solved. We will be making the whole data set, so that whole data set into subtopics, so that the evaluation will be very easy to evaluate. So that is how it works on bagging. And also the next one is boosting. If the teacher is performing a test in a class, and the teacher will be giving the right solutions to only the wrong answers detected from the students. So after that, again testing, again putting the same test for students. So that's how the students will learn from it. So wrong answers can be corrected immediately, and they are updating their policy itself there. So that's how the boosting works there. And also the next one is stacking. Stacking means, imagine if a teacher is taking advice from, not a teacher, a principal is taking advice from 3 teachers: maths teacher, English teacher, and science teacher. They don't have the opinion of others, like they are dissimilar to each other. So based on the given results or advice from the teachers, principal will be taking a final conclusion from them. So that's how the boosting works there. That's how the stacking works there. And also the last one is voting. Based on the majority vote, the conclusion is made. That's how a voting will be works there. And also these are the different methods that can be uh, used for working of ensemble learning. And if we are seeing real life examples, means spam, email filtering, and stock market prediction, weather forecasting, and medical diagnosis. In these methods are involved with ensemble learning for making predictions on it. And also, if considering advantages and disadvantages, advantages is it will be more accurate, and also it will be giving predictions more than we expected. And also disadvantages means more memory usage, more training time for it. So these are the disadvantages considered. So that's all for today. So today we learned about what is reinforcement learning and ensemble learning. The main difference between them is reinforcement learning uses only one machine learning model at once, and also ensemble learning uses more than one machine learning model. So thank you for your valuable time. Thank you.